Hi everyone, welcome to the Bare Essentials, the entrepreneur's business survival tips. Business tips made simple for aspiring entrepreneurs and startups. And today we're going to start off with a question, and that is a very popular question is, what steps should I take after I figure out my idea? And I've always been a believer that you should structure simple frameworks for your idea at the beginning. Because there's no point in really flushing it out early because there's a lot of things that you're going to have to do between, your initial idea and bringing it to market. And the framework really builds a roadmap for your idea that addresses, the main objective of your idea. And I've looked at a lot of the advertising agencies and looked at some of the frameworks they use, and because they have to pitch very quickly their ideas. So, they can't go into a long, drawn out thing about their idea. So very similar to like a sales pitch when they say the elevator pitch, it's very similar to that. And you want to be able to talk about your idea very concisely, but hit the major points that it's going to address. And the first of the I's is insight. And that's really just describes the landscape and environment that your idea is going to address. And this would just be some of the roadblocks or obstacles or challenges. And this really should be about 2 to 3 sentences. It should be a very short, concise, and succinct portrayal of the marketplace and some of the challenges that are going on. The second one is obviously your idea. And this is where you really talk about your idea. And again, every bullet point here is about 2 to 3, maybe at the maximum 4 sentences about each one of these. And this should just talk about what your idea is, what's the benefits of your idea, and then you go into the real and most important part, which is the last I, and that's impact. And that's really going back to how is my idea going to impact the insight that we talked about up front. And this is a critical part of your idea generation, is understanding the impact, because this is kind of where you're going to flush out everything that you do with your idea from this point out. So, take these 3 things into consideration because they really are helpful and very simple in keeping your idea in the right track and not going off into different directions. And I've always found it very useful to write those 3 things down and write what my idea is about, what it's going to impact, and some of the challenges that it's going to address. So, hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to leave my contact information up here in case you want to contact me directly.